The Galactic Council chamber had never been silent. For over 3 million years, the chamber echoed with arguments, threats, declarations, and the constant hum of species who believed themselves eternal. The structure itself floated above a dying blue star, forged from neutron alloys and dark matter lattices, an architectural monument to domination. Today, however, silence ruled. Hundreds of alien representatives sat frozen in place. Scales stiffened, mandibles twitched, bioluminescent skin dimmed. Even the machine delegates halted their processing cycles. At the center of the chamber stood a single human. She was small by galactic standards. Fragile, some had said. Soft, the council had assumed. Commander Elena Ward of Earth. She wore no crown, no ceremonial robes. Only matte black combat armor scratched by years of war, a faint human emblem burned into the chest plate. Her brown hair was pulled back tightly, her face calm, almost bored. The High Chancellor of the Council finally broke the silence. Human representative, the Chancellor hissed, its multi-eyed head lowering. By unanimous decision of the Galactic Council, we announce war on humanity. The words echoed, magnified by ancient resonance fields. War, extinction-level war. The Council expected fear, begging, rage. They expected history. What they got instead was a smile. Elena Ward tilted her head slightly. Then she spoke. Finally, the Council's mistake. Confusion rippled through the chamber. Explain, demanded the Chancellor. Elena clasped her hands behind her back and slowly turned, meeting the eyes of every species present. You know, she said casually, your greatest mistake wasn't declaring war today. A massive insectoid delegate clicked angrily. Then what was it, human? Waiting this long? Murmurs erupted. The Council remembered humanity's arrival into galactic space only 80 years earlier, a blink of time by cosmic standards. Humans were classified as Class 6 primitives, emotional, violent, innovative but undisciplined. Their early colonies were weak. Their ships crude. Their weapons, laughable. So the Council did what it always did. It imposed restrictions. No expansion beyond approved systems. No independent military development. No AI warfare. No weaponized singularities. Humanity complied. Too easily. And that should have terrified them. What humanity did while the galaxy watched. While the Council argued trade routes and ancient rivalries, humanity worked. Quietly, they studied every Council battle doctrine. Every weakness. Every assumption. Humans learned how shields failed, not under power, but under unpredictability. They learned that Council fleets relied on centralized command nodes. They learned that alien psychology avoided loss, at any cost. Humans did not. Humans accepted loss. They trained for it. They weaponized it. Elena's eyes hardened. You thought we were afraid of you, she continued. But we were afraid of becoming you. The Council did not understand. The first signal. Without warning, the chamber lights flickered. A Council technician screamed as data flooded every display. Thousands of red markers appeared. Then millions. Then billions. Star systems. Council shipyards. Defense platforms. Supply chains. All tagged. All marked. The Chancellor recoiled. What is this? Elena smiled again. Our response time. Humanity's doctrine. Human warfare did not seek domination. It sought decisive collapse. No glorious fleet engagements. No ceremonial declarations. Just overwhelming pressure. Everywhere, all at once. At that exact moment, across the galaxy, human stealth fleets emerged inside restricted space. Quantum jammers shut down Council communications. AI-driven drones bypassed shields using chaos algorithms. Entire armadas found their weapons locked by hacked command cores. The Council had outlawed autonomous war AI. Humanity hadn't. They just hadn't told anyone. We learned from you. A reptilian warlord roared. You dare attack the Council chamber? Elena nodded. Yes, you taught us the value of decapitation strikes. Behind her, a hologram ignited, showing a Council battle archive. Every tactic, every genocide, every burned civilization. We studied your wars, she said. We learned why you always win. She stepped closer. And why you always lose, eventually. The human factor. Council species feared death. Humans trained soldiers knowing most would never return. Council admirals avoided uncertainty. Human commanders thrived on it. Council warriors fought for survival. Humans fought for each other. And sometimes, for spite. The message to Earth. Light years away, on a battered blue planet, billions watched a single broadcast. Alina's face filled the sky. People of Earth, she said calmly. The Galactic Council has declared war on us. Silence. Then she smirked. Good. Cheers erupted. Factories accelerated. Fleets launched. Volunteers flooded recruitment centers. Humanity had been waiting. The turning point. Within 72 hours, 38% of Council fleets were disabled. 14 core worlds lost orbital control. Council command was fragmented beyond repair. Not destroyed. Broken. The Council begged for negotiations. The Chancellor's voice trembled. Humanity, we request ceasefire. Elena leaned forward. No. The word echoed louder than any declaration. You don't get to end this, she said. You only get to survive it. Why humanity won? Because humanity didn't want the galaxy. They wanted freedom. Because they didn't fear extinction. They had already faced it, on their own world, many times. Because when the Council announced war, humanity didn't panic. They smiled. Epilogue. The new Council. 10 years later, the chamber still floated above the same dying star. But it was quieter now. Smaller. Different. Humans sat among the delegates, not as rulers. As reminders. A plaque stood at the entrance, written in hundreds of languages. Do not threaten humanity. Not because they are cruel, but because they are patient. And somewhere on Earth, Elena Ward finally rested. When asked what she felt that day the war was declared, she laughed. They thought it was the beginning. It was just the end of waiting.